Want a great car deal? Come to the Joel Lieberman Auto Group. For $99.95, get this 1991 Geo Prism 4-door notchback. $99.95 here at Dobler Chevrolet Geo. Just $10,995 for this 1991 Ford Mustang LX. That's right, just $10,995 here at Long Island Sunrise Ford. And for $11,495, get this 1991 Dodge Spirit 4-door. That's $11,495 here at Mid-Isle Dodge. The Joel Lieberman Auto Group. Dobler Chevrolet and Mid-Isle Dodge in Hempstead, Sunrise Ford in Copiague. There are no better deals. Want a great car deal? Come to the Joel Lieberman Auto Group. Just $17,395 for this 1991 Caprice Classic Sedan. $17,395 here at Dobler Chevrolet Geo. Only $67.95 for this 1991 Ford Escort Pony. That's $67.95 here at Long Island Sunrise Ford. And for $13,995, get this 1991 Dodge Dynasty 4-door sedan. That's $13,995 here at Mid-Isle Dodge. The Joel Lieberman Auto Group. Dobler Chevrolet and Mid-Isle Dodge in Hempstead, Sunrise Ford in Copiague. There are no better deals. Want a great car deal? Come to the Joel Lieberman Auto Group. For $82.95, get this 1991 Chevrolet Cavalier VL Coupe. That's $82.95 here at Dobler Chevrolet Geo. For $13,795, get this 1991 Ford Taurus GL 4-door. $13,795 here at Long Island Sunrise Ford. And for $12,995, get this 1991 Dodge Caravan. You heard me right, $12,995 here at Mid-Isle Dodge. The Joel Lieberman Auto Group. Dobler Chevrolet and Mid-Isle Dodge in Hempstead, Sunrise Ford in Copiague. Want a great car deal? Come to the Joel Lieberman Auto Group. For $10,995, get this 1991 Chevrolet Beretta 2-door coupe. That's $10,995 here at Dobler Chevrolet Geo. $19,495 for this 1991 Ford Explorer 4x4. That's $19,495 here at Long Island Sunrise Ford. And for only $79.95, get this Dodge Shadow America liftback. That's only $79.95 here at Mid-Isle Dodge. The Joel Lieberman Auto Group. Dobler Chevrolet and Mid-Isle Dodge in Hempstead, Sunrise Ford in Copiague. There are no better deals.
You said I need a friend. We had a hand to lend, to keep you safe, to show you where. Some good advice to say take care. A drugstore in your neighborhood. Ooh, you're looking good. You're looking good at Genevieve's. We'll take good care of you.
There are a lot of windows to choose from, but essentially it comes down to three choices: wood, aluminum, and alpha. Now, wood windows like this are attractive, but require lots of maintenance. They only come in standard sizes, so you may need to repaint, re-wallpaper, or re-shingle to fill the gaps. And the frames, well, the simple truth is wood ultimately rots. Now, this aluminum storm window won't rot, but it conducts heat right out of your home. Which brings us to alpha. Custom manufactured to fit perfectly. The frames are vinyl reinforced by steel and virtually maintenance-free. Plus, every alpha window has sturdy security locks, very solid. The proof is in our 40-year warranty. When it comes to value for your home, there's simply no comparison. Alpha, quality sets us apart.
For more information, call Alpha Windows today and find out about our exclusive 3.9% financing opportunity. Call today.
I never knew how important spending time with my family was until I became a doctor. There's just so little time with running the practice and the emergencies. And then I thought, what happens to my family if I'm ever disabled? I'm glad I called MoneyMed.
MoneyMed, a program exclusive to those in the medical profession, offers disability income, overhead expense coverage, life insurance, pension plans, and more. Call now for a free information packet. MoneyMed gives you back the time your profession takes away. MoneyMed from Mutual of New York.
At the wheel, wake up with Energents, the energizing new mini wipes that actually wake you up instantly with just a wipe. Simply take the treated tissue, wipe across your forehead, temples, and back of neck, and immediately you'll feel a delightful tingling energized sensation like you've never felt before. It's an instant burst of energy for maximum alertness, to perform your best or just feel great.
That's right, just wipe it on. How does it feel?
Oh, wow. It's great. Really perks you up. I like it.
It's tingly.
Invigorating. Where can I get these?
Wow, this is different.
How do you feel?
Alert. Much more alert.
Wow, this is terrific.
Definitely stimulating.
It's amazing. How do they do that?
I feel energetic, better than I have all day. Really is a good feeling.
Now, how does that feel?
Wow, feels great. Really gets you going.
Don't reach for that third cup of caffeine. Energets are totally safe. The secret is the perfect blend of mentholated natural ginseng root.
It's simply a safe, effective way to feel totally alert.
So effective, virtually the same treated wipes are used by racing car drivers to remain at peak performance. You get 240 Energets for just $19.95. That's just pennies a piece for the ultimate instant pick-me-up. What time of day do you need that extra burst of energy? Keep one container at work, one at home, and one in the car.
I love these things. How do I order them?
Factory authorized sale prices. Everything priced to sell.
I've had just enough of that. Truth is, the factory has nothing to do with the dealer's pricing. Ever heard of a dealer pricing something not to sell? If you're tired of misleading offers and looking for an alternative, smart shoppers call Formula first. We didn't become New Jersey's largest independent leasing company by making ridiculous claims. Call Formula Auto Leasing free, 1-800-969-3676. 24-hour credit approval in most cases. We specialize in affordable monthly payments.
$1 under invoice. 50% off MSRP.
What do they think we are? Stupid? How can anyone lose money and stay in business? They can't. The catch? They overcharge you on financing, keeping your rebate and paying you much less for your trade-in. At Formula Auto Leasing, we won't try to get your business that way or be anything less than straight with you. Just straight talk and straight deals. 24-hour credit approval in most cases. When we give you a price, it's a fair price.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Our typical family. Where are we going on vacation?
Orlando?
Too expensive. Take the family to the new 6th Avenue Electronics theme park.
Why 6th Avenue? It's the other piece of tennis equipment, providing unmatched stability, durability, and, of course, comfort. For players who prefer a lighter, high-performance tennis shoe, Prince has now attained the perfect combination of durability, lightweight support, and extreme comfort. This innovative design features an extremely light, durable, and flexible inner sleeve, with an external frame that hugs the foot while reducing weight. It's another example of how Prince continues to look for new ways to improve the on-court performance of all players. Now let's go back out to the courts. No matter what their style or what their needs, from serious players who demand the most from their footwear to recreational players seeking style and comfort, players will find the perfect footwear fit with Prince. In fact, Prince has developed 3 distinct footwear collections to make the choice even easier. Let's take a closer look at these exciting designs. For the serious athlete looking for a serious shoe, there's the Competition Collection. These shoes provide high-performance action on the court, along with great comfort and durability. They include the men's White Lightning, Overtime, Endurance, Response, and the 838, and the women's Assist and Court Light. The Trend Collection adds color and flair to the line without sacrificing Prince footwear performance. Trend styles are designed for players who desire a high-performance shoe with a high-impact contemporary look. These include the men's and women's Velocity, the men's and women's Light One, and the men's Propel. And for the player looking for the ultimate in comfort, the Classic Collection offers all the right moves with good looks, durability, and supple garment leather for unmatched comfort. These include the men's and women's comfort styles. Prince is equally innovative on other courts as well. Squash and badminton players also rely on Prince footwear technology to improve their performance. These styles include the Court Sport and the Pro Court. So do young players who use Prince equipment today to help them become the superstars of tomorrow. Prince footwear provides players at all levels with the latest innovations in on-court footwear. The comfort and custom fit made possible by Print's Flow Fit design, the durability of M43 Endurance rubber, and the stability of the patented precision support system, and other advances that ensure optimum support and a personalized snug fit. That's the footwear collection from Prince, the racket sports expert that never stands still, just like the players wearing their shoes.
Please be advised, the following program is not intended for all audiences. While the producers acknowledge that hair fashion and care is of interest to most viewers, Inside Hair Fashion contains highly sophisticated techniques and advanced information not generally available to the public. Hair care professionals, students, and all viewers interested in men's and women's hair fashion are especially encouraged to stay tuned. Join us this week on Inside Hair Fashion as we take an inside look at the latest techniques and developments in the world of hair replacements and hair additions. Our special guest reveals the newest, most natural hair addition methods available today. Stay with us and discover what's new. Inside Hair Fashion.
Hello, I'm Edward Burrows. Welcome to Inside Hair Fashion, television's only program designed for professionals in hair and fashion for men and women. Now, I have to tell you, what we have in store for you on today's show is truly astounding. As recently as a few years ago, when a man began to lose his hair, that was it. A customer would come into the salon, and you couldn't do much more than commiserate with him. But today, you can offer that same customer an amazing alternative, thanks to one woman's revolutionary breakthroughs in the art of hair replacement. The woman is Jane Arcey, and her company is JA Alternatives. But before you meet Jane, I want to show you a few examples of her work and the work of her company. The men you are seeing on this video monitor have all gone through the JA Alternatives process. It's hard to believe. This is Joe now, and this is what Joe looked like before. This is what Tony looked like before he visited one of JA Alternatives service centers. And this is Tony today. It's perfectly natural, and it really is amazing. Now, we know from your calls and letters that the techniques of hair replacement are of particular importance to you. So we want to take a moment now to remind you to set your VCRs to record what you're about to see. You won't want to miss a single second. So while you're getting those VCRs rolling, I want to tell you a little more about Jane Arcey, the woman responsible for the changes you've just seen. Jane is founder and president of JA Alternatives, the undisputed leaders in hair replacement. Trained both in theatrical makeup and as a hairstylist, Jane began her work 17 years ago. She recognized the need for a better method of hair replacement than was currently available. So in 1983, she founded JA Alternatives with an aim to provide better quality product in a more private, luxurious environment. Today, thousands of men and women are looking better thanks to JA Alternatives. I could go on, but Jane's here, so let's let her tell you the rest herself.
Thanks, Ed. That was quite an introduction.
Well, Jane, that's because I've never seen work like that before. When I think of hairpieces, I always think of toupees and wigs.
Well, Ed, that's because those are not hairpieces. What you're looking at is the JA Alternatives natural hair addition process. And what you're referring to is the work from years ago.
Oh, then there's quite a lot to talk about now, isn't there?
Yes, there is. And if you're a professional working today in hair care, you probably have more and more customers asking about solutions for their hair loss. There are over 55 million men, women, and children in America suffering from hair loss. And today, it's not only acceptable to do something about your hair loss, it's really fashionable.
Why is that?
Well, I think there are really two answers. First, in society and where we're at today, it used to be the last thing a man was supposed to worry about was his appearance. Part of a woman's job was to look after her looks, but men, no way. Men were supposed to go out, be the achievers, be aggressive at work, provide for their families, gain material wealth, but think about their looks, never. In fact, men who did were looked down upon. But I'm glad that's finally changed. Today, there are fashion magazines for men, high-end skincare and hair care products catering to men, designer clothing for men, men who are working out, they're losing weight, and their clothing, that's changed for men also.
So not only is it acceptable for a man to care about his appearance, but society is actually starting to expect it of him.
Yes, he should look his best and be proud of it. And actually, this whole trend has made it a lot more acceptable for men with thinning hair to do something about it.
You said there were 2 reasons. What's the second?
The second is that men have options today that they didn't have 10 years ago. At one time, if a man had significant hair loss and he wanted to do something about it, there was only one thing that he could do, and that was to get a toupee or a hairpiece. And you know what that looked like. Now, there's a reason that people called toupees rugs. They were obvious. People like to make fun of them, and who wants to deal with that? At JA Alternatives, we have developed exactly what our name implies, a successful alternative to baldness.
What makes your process so different?
Well, a number of things. But if I had to pick one thing above all, I would say that we're different because we start with the client's needs. We custom design a hair addition that works well with the individual's own growing hair, fits into his own lifestyle. Our clients look natural and they live the lives they want to live. They can dive into a pool, they don't have to worry about their hair. They can go to a gym, they take showers. They look like everyone else with a natural head of hair. I think you can see that in the video.
It's hard to believe these men don't have their own hair. To me, it looks so natural.
One of the reasons that JA Alternative's natural hair addition process looks so much more natural than any other hair replacement company's product is probably because of a very unique feature that we have. It's called the scallop front hairline. You see, we use the very finest and sheerest materials, and then we scallop the hairline in gradually. If you look at someone's natural head of hair, you see that their hairline at the edges are a little bit thinner, and it gets thicker as you go back. The hairline in any other hair replacement is a very obvious area, but not with our product. We've developed a product that works the same way as a natural head of hair, giving our clients the most natural look possible.
I see a lot of men out there with hair loss and with bad hair pieces. Now, what would hold them back from doing something about it?
You know, Ed, for every man who walks in our door, coming to JA Alternatives was a very big decision. And losing your hair is a very hard thing to deal with, whether you're a man or a woman. It's loss, and like any other kind of loss, there are definite psychological stages that you go through. Now, even before I got into the hair replacement business, when I was working as a hairdresser, I would come across this all the time because very often the first place a man would come face to face with his hair loss was when he was getting a haircut. And the first reaction was always the same. It was denial. Maybe he'd see a few extra hairs in the sink or notice a little thinning, and he'd think, oh no, not me, I couldn't be losing my hair. And then after denial would always come anger. And who wouldn't be angry? I mean, it's not fair. Who do you blame? Your jeans, your shampoo. Some people would say, well, I wore a lot of hats and I guess that's what caused the hair loss. It's difficult to deal with the anger because there's really no one to blame. Just the reality that there's less hair than there used to be. I guess, and then finally denying it, the hair loss, and being angry about it, well, then a man would come to accept it. And then when he accepts it, he would begin to look for an alternative, what he could do about it.
And then?
Then hopefully he'll ask his stylist what the options are. And today's stylist should be equipped to offer his or her customers the best option for their individual needs. But you have to realize men approach the subject of correcting baldness with huge fears, and it's mostly about the transition phase.
What kind of fears?
Well, why don't we let a couple of our clients who've been through the process tell you about it?
Well, I've been losing my hair for a while now, and I've tried all kinds of things, and I've kind of want to look at hair replacement, but I have a million questions about it. Is it going to look natural? Is it going to be me? Is anyone going to be able to tell and talk behind my back so I don't know? Are the women going to be able to tell and maybe laugh, which is even worse? Am I going to be able to do all the things that I'm used to doing? I water ski all the time. I have a boat. I love to swim. I snow ski. I do all kinds of things. Am I going to be able to keep doing those and have it look as good as ever so no one can ever tell? It's more important to me. I don't care how it looks, just as long as it looks real so no one can ever say anything behind my back. And if I can get all that, I'll love it.
Well, I've been uncomfortable looking at myself in the mirror for quite a long time. And I've done some investigation into some of the other products that are out there, and I have a couple of friends that wear hair replacements that look like hair pieces, wigs, the kind of stuff that people would make fun of, and I wouldn't dare wear anything like that. Yet the dilemma is I have to do something. The time has come to do something, and I'm kind of tired of being the butt of jokes of friends of mine and relatives of mine who like to be comical in a cruel way. And I don't like the way I look. I feel from a business standpoint, it's something that could open up new doors for me. And I just got to do something. It's just what it boils down to. Time has come to do something.
You see, men are afraid of being laughed at. Worse almost than the fear of death is the fear of being ridiculed. And you can bet almost every man out there who lost his hair today at some point made fun of a guy in a bad toupee. The last thing in the world he could bear would be on the receiving end of that kind of humor. But we found at JA Alternatives that because our work is so natural, men have a very easy transition. In fact, many times clients will come back and tell us that people didn't even notice their hair at all. Their friends and coworkers noticed that there was something different, and they asked if they lost weight or they bought new clothes. They knew they looked great, but they didn't realize it was the hair.
Jane, is it possible for any salon to use the products and methods developed by JA Alternatives?
Well, yes and no. We do want to make our services available to more people, and we're doing just that through our training and distribution programs.
Tell me more about that.
Our training and distribution program is very comprehensive. We have classes where we teach select salon owners every aspect of hair replacement, and most importantly, we teach them the JA Alternatives method.
So every salon can do this?
Well, Ed, select is the key word. We want to make sure that anyone who will be offering the JA Alternatives process is part of the top percentage of the industry and will reflect the JA Alternatives dedication to professionalism. You know, the process may look simple, but it requires highly skilled technicians who also have a superior sense of design. Our clients won't accept anything but the best, and neither will we.
Obviously, JA Alternatives can be great for both the customer and the salon owner. But Jane, how exactly does the process work? Perhaps you can walk us through it.
Yes. The process begins when a client comes to us for a consultation. Now, in that first meeting, we evaluate what type of hair loss the client has, and then we make a recommendation as to what type of solution is most appropriate for his unique type of hair loss, and lifestyle. Not every person who comes to us is a candidate for hair addition. It may be too early for hair replacement, or there may be a possibility for regrowth. In that case, we'll refer the client to a dermatologist who can help him explore medical options. But we find that over 90% of the people who come to us are good candidates for hair addition. Now, once that's determined, we find out everything we can about the client. What does he want to look like? What kind of lifestyle does he lead? What kind of work is he involved in? Is he sedentary or active? With this information and the client's help, we design the hair addition. Then we take a measurement, making a template that is an exact duplication of the client's scalp. We also take some hair samples so that the hair replacement we create will be a perfect match into the client's own color and texture. Now, 6 to 8 weeks after the first appointment, the replacement comes in with the hair that is at least 4 to 6 inches in length. The client comes back and we shampoo him, we give him a fresh haircut. Then we help him to decide what method of attachment is best for him. You know, you asked me earlier what makes JA Alternatives different, and I'd say one of the reasons is that our methods of attachment vary. We offer 3 different methods of attachment, 2 permanent and 1 semi-permanent. Now, most of our clients like to choose one of the permanent methods of attachment. That is where the hair addition is either braided into the client's hair or attached with a liquid bonding solution. Now, for clients with a permanent method of attachment, they can swim and shower and do everything they used to do before. Clients with a permanent method of attachment will return to us periodically for what we call a full service appointment, so that we can help them maintain their hair to always look the best they can. We find most clients prefer a method of attachment that's permanent because it feels more like a part of them. Now, other clients will choose a semi-permanent method of attachment where the hair addition is clipped into their existing hair. The client can remove the hair himself at home whenever he wants to. I should also mention that all the methods of attachment are interchangeable, and it will not affect the appearance of the hair replacement. And since we have the unique distinction of offering different attachment methods, our clients know that they have the option to change. It would be silly to think that there would only be one method of attachment that would be right for every client.
Okay, so after the hair is added, then what happens?
We'll then cut the hair and style it. Maybe we'll add a little color if it's called for, or maybe a touch of gray or some highlights. And then we'll show the client how to style the hair himself. And then he goes home. The next morning, he gets up, he shampoos the hair, he styles the hair himself, and then we ask him to come right back in so that we can check the hair replacement to make sure that he's looking his best, the best he can before he goes into the office or before anyone sees it. We're there to make sure that he's looking just right. And usually clients have no trouble on their own, but maybe they have some questions. And that visit just helps reassure them before they go out into the world.
We have a couple interviews here with some new JA Alternatives fans. Let's take a look.
If someone were asking me for my advice on whether they should do it or not, I would say just do it. Do it for yourself. Probably the best thing you'll ever do. I love it. I think it's great. It's the best.
Why would you want to suffer through, like I did many years, of just being embarrassed with the way you look when you have something like this that's out there and available to you? And JA Alternatives, I wouldn't dare recommend another place. I wouldn't dare. I don't think there's anybody out there that can touch their product. And more importantly, the service that goes behind it.
What I found of the people that I've talked to, their concern is that they're worried that, oh, well, people are going to know because it's a drastic change or something. I don't care if people know. Everybody that I work with, and I work with a lot of people, and I told them all, and I'm not afraid to tell anybody about it right now because it doesn't matter. It's something that I once had, and I just got it back. That's all it is. And so because of that, you know, I'm proud of it, and I'm proud of the fact that I still have hair now, and I still look good, whether it's mine or whether it's an addition. It's the way I used to look and the way I would look if nature hadn't taken away my hair. And I think that's a major concern with a lot of people, and if that is your concern, forget about it. The pluses are so much better than the minuses. It's not even a consideration. Who cares if people know? You're still going to feel good about yourself, they're still going to think you look good, and that's where it all boils down to.
We'll be hearing more about JA Alternatives in a moment. But first, here's how you can contact JA Alternatives, either for more information about becoming a client or to find out how you might be able to bring JA Alternatives into your salon. Stay with us.
JA Alternatives has turned hair replacement into an art. Hair loss doesn't have to be a problem anymore. For a free brochure, call 1-800-992-HAIR. JA Alternatives, the fine art of hair replacement. Call for the location nearest you.
Hello, I'm Jane Arcee, president and founder of JA Alternatives. I think one of the most interesting things about our work is that when you do it well, no one notices. All you see is a man or woman with a perfectly natural head of hair. It's a real joy to be able to offer people that and to help them feel like themselves again. If you're a salon owner interested in being able to offer your clients the most natural, well-received hair addition process available, call me personally and we can discuss the possibilities of bringing JA Alternatives into your salon. Or if you're a viewer who's been pleasantly surprised by what you've seen today, I hope you'll give us a call so that we can direct you to a JA Alternatives salon in your area. Remember, we're here to help you look your best.
Salon owners interested in offering hair replacement at their salon should call 1-800-992-HAIR. And for those viewers concerned about their own hair loss, contact this salon for additional information.
Welcome back to Inside Hair Fashion, where we've been speaking with Jane Arcee, founder and president of JA Alternatives, the leader in hair additions. Jane and I were talking during the break, and I want to share with you what she told me. Jane, I asked you if JA Alternatives was appropriate for women, and you told me...
I said yes. Ed, we have a significant female clientele.
Baldness isn't usually a problem we associate with women.
No, it's not. But every professional watching the show today knows that more women than you've guessed have problems with their hair loss. Often it's related to medical situations like chemotherapy or dieting, But thinning hair in a woman can be a generic problem as well. Usually, they lose hair in the front area. They maintain the fringe of a hairline, but they can thin to the point of being able to see right down to their scalps.
Why is hair addition a better option than hair extensions or just a wig?
Well, right off, let me say, I'm really not a fan of hair extensions. You know, I've actually seen conditions worsen slightly because people with thinning hair have very fine or weak hair, and they really shouldn't have added weight. Our answer to hair extension is hair integration. Now, a hair integration is a process where we can add length and volume to a woman's existing hair without covering any of their growing hair. As for wigs, well, there's certainly nothing wrong with a well-styled, natural-looking wig, but the advantage of hair addition is that it incorporates a woman's own hair. It makes the best of what a woman has naturally. So if she has lost her hair due to illness or any other reason, she doesn't have to feel like she's hiding underneath the wig. She can still show off her own hair and kind of just say, well, I'm adding a little bit to it. It's still my hair.
I was never really happy with my hair because it was so thin. I would always have to be careful the way I styled it, or I would have to take extra care. It would take me hours to make it look halfway decent. When I first got my hair integration system, I just felt wonderful about myself. I felt I had more confidence. And now at least I could go outside and let my hair be blown by the wind. I don't have to worry about it being messed up, and just feel good about myself. When I go out with my friends, when I go out to restaurants or just socially, I feel much better about myself. Even my friends feel that I look better and I act more confident in myself. I just feel good about myself. My hair is thicker and fuller, where it was terrible to have thin hair and always wondering how it looks and always running and combing it and fixing it and spraying it. I just feel much more confident about my whole appearance.
Jane, are you still making changes in the product, or is this it?
No, we're constantly working to improve both our product and the service we offer. Research and development is really one of my favorite areas. I still love the hands-on work. But right now, of course, our biggest development is the effort that we're making to make JA Alternatives more available to more people. We know we have something that people want, and we're doing our best to get it to them. As I said earlier, we are currently in the selection process, finding salons across the country who are qualified to offer the JA Alternatives process. And by training qualified salons, we can duplicate our work across the country. I'm a very intricate part of that training team, and I personally train salon owners and their employees.
You mentioned upkeep before. What does it really take to keep the hair looking that good?
Well, Ed, let me ask you, how often do you get your hair cut?
Oh, I would have to say every couple of months.
Ed, that's about how often our clients have to think about their hair. It's just like any man or woman. Different men have different haircut schedules. And it's the same for a man who has additional hair. The only variables are the type of attachment the client has chosen and the rate that his hair grows. With permanent methods of attachment, the client will need to come in about every 6 to 8 weeks. At that time, the hair addition is removed so that we can do any touch-up work that's needed. If it's a little bit of color or some hair adding, we'll give the client a haircut and then reattach the addition. And he's set for another 6 to 8 weeks. Now, with semi-permanent methods of attachment, the client can remove the hair addition himself at home. So he only needs to see us if he feels the addition needs some attention, or if he prefers to visit us instead of his regular stylist for his haircuts.
So if a regular stylist offers JA Alternatives method, that's really the best of both worlds.
Well, I touched on this earlier, Ed, when I spoke about the tremendous satisfaction you get from doing this kind of work. You know, always in hairdressing, we develop a very personal relationship with our clients, but that relationship is even more gratifying when you're doing hair additions, because your creativity is challenged and your clients are very happy. I can tell you, our stylists and technicians have been with us for years. They love it. So it follows that if you're working in a salon where JA Alternatives process is offered, you're going to be very satisfied with your work, and you have a high level of employee and client retention, and that's a plus to a salon owner and employees alike.
And I guess their clients, too.
And their clients, they'll look great, and the salon owner and workers will have a sense of satisfaction that exceeds anything they can imagine. Plus, by offering an exclusive service, they have an edge on competition. We'll not be offering this training program to every salon.
So, Jane, How can hair care professionals get in touch with you if they're interested in becoming a part of the JA Alternatives network?
Well, they can call us at our toll-free number, and that'll be coming up. And if there are any viewers out there who aren't professionals and who like what they've seen on today's show, they can use that number too. We'll let them know where there's a JA Alternatives that they can visit in their area.
JA Alternatives has turned hair replacement into an art. Hair loss doesn't have to be a problem anymore. For a free brochure, call 1-800-992-HAIR. JA Alternatives, the fine art of hair replacement. Call for the location nearest you.
Hello, I'm Jane Arcee, President and founder of JA Alternatives. I think one of the most interesting things about our work is that when you do it well, no one notices. All you see is a man or woman with a perfectly natural head of hair. It's a real joy to be able to offer people that and to help them feel like themselves again. If you're a salon owner interested in being able to offer your clients the most natural, well-received hair addition process available, call me personally and we can discuss the possibilities of bringing JA Alternatives into your salon. Or if you're a viewer who's been pleasantly surprised by what you've seen today, I hope you'll give us a call so that we can direct you to a JA Alternatives salon in your area. Remember, we're here to help you look your best.
Salon owners interested in offering hair replacement at their salon should call 1-800-992-HAIR. And for those viewers concerned about their own hair loss, contact this salon for additional information.
I want to thank you, Jane, for being here with us today. And I want to thank our audience. But before we close, I want to say, if you realize what you've seen here today is revolutionary, you should realize something else. Now is the time to call. Whether you're a professional interested in becoming a distributor or want to find out more about JA Alternatives, either for yourself or for someone you know, take advantage of this opportunity and call now. That just about wraps up today's show. And while we roll our credits, we want to show you some more of JA Alternatives' work. Thanks for joining us. Goodbye.
Salon owners interested in offering hair replacement at their salon should call 1-800-992-HAIR. And for those viewers concerned about their own hair loss, contact this salon for additional information.